Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to thank all of y'all who watched and commented on my previous unpopular opinions video. I'm back again with another round of my unpopular opinions. If you have your own opinions, do share them down below so we can have a healthy discussion in the comments. Alright, then let's get on with the video. 1. Yunjin drinking Starbucks doesn't make her a Zionist or fake feminist. Yunjin was recently photographed drinking Starbucks before going to perform on IU's world tour, and since Lesserafim is currently experiencing their worst hate train ever, Anti saw that as their chance to say the most vile things about Yunjin with no pushback. What started out as a call-out to Yunjin for drinking from Starbucks, that's currently being boycotted for their perceived support for Israel's ongoing military occupation in Gaza, turned into a witch hunt, with people harassing Yunjin and her family, from calling her a Zionist, a racist, and a fake feminist to people slut-shaming her and outright bullying her for her appearance. The video where she said she wanted to change the idol industry started to be used against her, and the conversation about the current genocide in Palestine got buried in a sea of hate and misinformation, which is frustrating to witness as a descendant of apartheid that wants Palestinians to also experience their era of peace and not being in constant survival mode. The time that was spent harassing and bullying Yunjin for being ignorant and supporting a shady corporation should have been spent raising awareness about the genocide as well as the companies that are helping displace Palestinians. Because that's who that matters at the end of the day, not Yunjin or other ignorant idols who've also drank Starbucks or are promoting companies that are funding the military occupation in Gaza that's unaliving and displacing so many families. 2. The RIIZE sabotage is not gonna succeed. RIIZE is a 7-member boy group under SM Entertainment, which debuted on September 4, 2023 with the single album Get a Guitar. RIIZE has had multiple controversies and criticisms leveled towards the group way before they made their debut. The scandal that caused the most backlash was when couple photos of Seunghan and an unknown woman surfaced. Despite his apology, netizens had mixed feelings toward the idol, with many in favor of expelling him from the group. Things had almost calmed down around RIIZE and Seunghan until a scandal broke that involved TXT Subin, Lesserafim and Yunjin, and a leaked private Instagram, which caused SM to announce that Seunghan would be put on indefinite hiatus due to rumors surrounding him on November 22, 2023. However, RIIZE's scandals didn't end with Seunghan's indefinite hiatus. Rumors in Kpop are nothing new, but it feels that RIIZE has had it extra tough within the short time they've debuted. Out of the 7 members of RIIZE, 5 have had scandals against them, which is wild considering that the group isn't even a year old. It's very clear that there is somebody out to sabotage RIIZE and make them lose favor with the general public, and they know that dating scandals, bullying, and gay allegations are an easy way to ruin an idol's reputation in Korea. Even though the scandals aren't true, they are still leaving a nasty taste in some netizens' mouth who were probably on the fence about supporting RIIZE in the first place. I have a feeling that these scandals won't affect RIIZE in the long run, mostly because boy group fans tend to be very loyal. Also because RIIZE makes good music, all members have a growing solo fanbase and the group has built their own fandom outside of SM stans that will go to war for them. All I want is for my bias Seunghan to come back so that RIIZE can be 7 again, mostly cause I feel like he was unfairly punished despite being the victim of defamation and privacy invasion. 3. YG successfully distracted us from Ahyeon's scandal. While the public was waiting for Babymonster to debut, a video featuring Ahyeon performing at Hanlim Arts High School was uploaded on social media on May 29, 2023. Despite her engaging performance, there was no mistaking her saying the N-word, which is a racial slur directed towards Black people, mostly Black Americans, which was reclaimed and is used by rappers in their act. I don't know what they teach in the YG dungeon, but for some reason, a lot of trainees from that company, especially those who get the rap position, have had scandals of them saying that slur or appropriating Black culture to appear more authentic, and Ahyeon is one of them. While some have apologized, most of those idols who've offended Black people were protected by YG's media play, and it seems like YG starving the public of Ahyeon's presence until now was another one of their strategy, and it worked. YG hiding Ahyeon and pushing OT6 Babymonster content made it so that the public was constantly talking about the member that wasn't involved, and it got to the point where some people opted out of standing Babymonster because Ahyeon is not there. All that energy being spent talking about Ahyeon's absence and K-Net's not supporting Babymonster cause she's not in the group anymore buried the N-word scandal, which is exactly what YG wanted. It's no secret that OT6 Babymonster's debut and English comeback fell flat and disappointed a lot of people, especially a lot of YG stans who were looking for the next Blackpink. The fault lies mostly in how the group was barely promoted, but the biggest factor was the lackluster music and also losing their most popular member. With Ahyeon making her return, it seems like YG is starting to change how they promote Babymonster, which is nice, but I can't help but wonder if it's too late for OT7 Babymonster to regain their momentum and attract those who've already written the group off. April will answer all those questions. 4. Liz will never escape discussions about her body. IVE is currently on their Show What I Have tour, and as is the norm in tour season, idols get smaller and more toned, cause they're constantly performing and probably eating less. Which is where Liz comes in, ever since After people have been so mean to her for gaining weight and not maintaining her pre-debut and 11 figure. The body shaming she's been getting from After till Batty was wild to witness. But it's evident now that Liz has lost some weight and is even smaller than she was in 11. Sure, she is getting praised for slimming down, which is just as harmful as those who were shaming her for gaining weight. Because if Liz doesn't maintain this weight loss, she will once again be in the blogs for supposedly gaining all the weight back, and antis will go back to body shaming Liz, which can be triggering cause K-pop fans are disgusting bullies who want idols to maintain the unrealistic standard that most Koreans can't meet. It sucks that Liz and other idols who couldn't maintain their weight from the initial debut will constantly be scrutinized and discussed by fans and antis. Women's bodies fluctuate constantly. Some days you appear bigger than you actually are for various reasons. Also, some of these idols debut when they're younger, which makes sense why they get bigger or smaller as they age, but because they're in the public eye, there's no escaping the discourse about their bodies. 5. JYP should have saved NMIXX and Xdinary Heroes for the 5th generation. JYP has debuted 6 groups since the beginning of 4th generation in 2018, which is a lot of groups to drop in one generation. Sure, Boy Story and NMIXX are Chinese and Japanese groups, it's still a lot. Imagine how much ITZY and Stray Kids would have benefited had the company prioritized just these 2 groups and their activities in 4th gen, while saving NMIXX and Xdinary Heroes for 5th gen. The experimental genre switch-up concept for NMIXX and rock and roll band for Xdinary Heroes would have been a breath of fresh air in a generation filled with the Y2K coming-of-age concept popularized by Newgens. They definitely would have been leading the early stages of 5th gen like their senior groups ITZY and Stray Kids. Unfortunately, what happened was that all 4 groups debuted in the same generation, making them fight for a slice in the same oversaturated pie. I'm curious to see if JYP will debut new groups in 5th gen other than V-Cha, which is a global girl group, or will they finally listen to the public and put all their energy into promoting the groups they do have? Guess time will tell, but I really hope it's the second option, because JYP has a lot of talented and personable idols in their company that just need the right promotion to go popular again domestically and internationally.